Welcome to the Meaden Skoda Arena, where today Brockenhurst are hosting Horndean in the Sydenhams Wessex Premier. If you're an absolute darling and subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll see these games coming up. On Tuesday we have Poole Town against Blackfield and Langley. Then on the 1st of Feb it's Poole Town against Swindon Supermarine. And then on the 4th, yep, it's Poole Town again against Merthyr Town. At the start of play, there's 7 places and 10 points between the hosts and the visitors. Maybe Brock will close that gap, or perhaps Horndean will start to close in on Alresford at the top. If you want to get in touch with me, all the options are floating along the bottom of the screen. There really is nothing to lose. Today's referee is Paul Barber, and he gave me a lovely cuddle and asked me to be nice to him, so we'll see how that goes, shall we? He should be ably assisted by Cole Collins and Harry Gray. Okay, that's enough muttering. All that's left to say is this is brought to you by TV. The first half chance of the match fell for Horndean. Alfie List beats his man, gets the cross in, but it comes to nothing. The first quarter of an hour or so was pretty even. There's a nice step over there from Will Tickle. The ball rolls through for Kaida. He passes it into Freddie Bullard, who chops it inside, only for it to be cleared well by the covering defender. Now rumour has it that Pat McManus has been trying a new vegetarian diet. I've got footage of him discussing it with the Horndean bench, and it's clear to me from a distance admittedly that he can't decide what it is that he likes best. Anyway, back on the pitch, Horndean was starting to take charge, with this move seeing Mark Smith testing John Webb from short range. It was Smith again causing the problems down the right hand side a few minutes later, putting this cross in, which caused a bit of confusion in the Brock defence, and John Webb has to hack clear. Brad Magookin was pounced upon in the middle of the pitch here. Kanjanda takes it on into the box and crosses it for Greg Peel to try a cheeky little Rabona. Didn't quite come off though. Jack Lee picked up a yellow card for that challenge, and from the resulting free kick, Pat Wilson almost gets on the end of it. Back up the other end, Smith does get on the end of it, but it drifts just wide of the far post. I had to take a second look at this in the edit, because for me, that looks like two badgers. I don't know, maybe it's just my eyes. We're not far from half time and there haven't been too many chances. The clearest one though falls to Sam Hockey. I bet he doesn't want to see that again. As you can probably tell, the lack of highlights is causing me to make my own entertainment. However, the game did provide one contentious moment. So albeit with the benefit of slow motion, for me, that's a penalty. Sorry ref, you may have given me a cuddle, but you got that one wrong, mate. We went into the break 0-0, and in the early stages of the second half, Carl Borge closes down Lloyd Thomas in the Horndean goal and almost gets a lucky deflection. Unfortunately for the Badgers, it comes to nothing. The breakthrough of the game comes from that foul. Ash Howes takes the resulting free kick. Pat Wilson leaps like a salmon, but can only find his own net. That puts it at Brockenhurst 0, Horndean 1.
Watch him stand on his toes.
Horndean were piling on the pressure now, trying to find number 2, and this effort coming up from Liss was something special, drawing an equally special save from John Webb.
Just watch the fucking 10 stand on his toes.
The game was ebbing and flowing as we approached and then went over the hour mark. Both teams creating a few chances, but not really putting anything of any merit together. Greg Peel, on the other hand, was having his own game. Horndean thought they'd found their second goal with this effort. Sam Hockey throws it in, John Webb spills it, and Peel tucks it into the empty net, only for it to be ruled out by offside. However, I've frozen this as contact is made with the ball, and I think number 11 is level potentially there. So again, naked eye and all that, you've got to give the advantage to the attacker, and I say wrong decision. We were just approaching the 10-minute to go mark when this ill-fated back pass by Magukan falls short, and quite easily it's a tap-in for Harry Jackson after he takes it past John Webb. It was a real killer blow for the Badgers. Following that yellow card for Shorey, there was very little action. Basically, Horndean played the game out, took it into the corners, and the ref had seen enough and blew up for full time. Finishes Brockenhurst 0, Horndean 2. I hope you've enjoyed the footage from today's match. Again, don't take the comments or similarities with Badgers to heart, and I hope to catch up with you sometime at another match. In the meantime, subscribe to my YouTube channel, give me a follow on the socials, and we'll catch up soon.